good he can be, and JKS, he's always been a very strong clutcher, and we'll see whether they can step up here today. But flip side, decent training team. We know some of their best results have been on this map, so who knows what happens here. T-side start for them. 4 sets of armor, 1 smoke, couple of flashbangs to work with him, and the bombs down at T-spawns. Nothing too fast coming in, establishing some inside control. 2 players out, be Electronic and Wild Edit. Quite the deadly duo, I would say, as they go towards the upper halls here. Trying to push back any CTs that might be there. They've done some damage as well. Nifty's down to 44 HP, that's towards Ivy. A bit tentative now, and okay, maybe not. Actually wants to go for the face-up duel and gets taken down. Nice start here for the flip side team. Oh, unfortunately for Still, he's definitely dead at this point. Executed in the back of the head, just the way you like to see it. To be a final 3.
It's a little cowardly, really. I'd prefer to do it like a man, straight on, fist cuffs.
Tell him first.
Yeah, fist cuffs.
Okay.
We'll let it.
Yeah. They don't have to do too much now. Just hold up and go as a 5. Use that smoke effectively, you're absolutely fine. I would say get inside at this point.
Hexa is the next equation that they have to take down. Yeah, now they definitely get the round. If they lose this, Henry,
Nightmare.
I will eat my proverbial hat, as you would say.
I said that once, it's true. Oh no.
Oh, I might be eating it. JKS.
Oh, no.
Oh, Asa. Oh my goodness. Give me a hat. Give me a hat.
Take it.
That is unbelievable.
You're eating it for dinner.
That's so yummy. It's so good.
No.
All that sweat.
Yep.
All that 5 versus 2. That is incredible that you give that away.
Should you just call the GG now?
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. Oh, you hate to see it. 5 on 2. Like I said, all you have to do, you've got 50 seconds of the clock, right? Just go back inside, use that smoke. Why are you all going 1 by 1? It's brilliant from Renegades, don't get me wrong. Azza and JKS are the highest fraggers in the team, but just get together with the 5-man unit, use that smoke, let's do that. Oh. Anyway, second round. Forced buy from the terrace. Not even a bomb going down the 5-on-2. That's just nuts. Azza, first frag. Waylander offers himself up on a plate by himself, and 5-on-4 just like that. Oh, that's broken my heart a little bit.
Well, you don't have one, so that's a straight lie.
My proverbial heart, you would say.
Ah, that's true. I would say that. I would.
Oh, okay. Well, no nades. Scout is out for World Edit. If you remember back in E-League, I think it was Season 1, he had one of the highest performing halves in the entirety of pro-level CSGO on train against Echo Fox. Bit of a throwback, but it did happen. Maybe he can step up here today as well. He's remember when we had that tournament where WESG, when it was Blade that wasn't available, and we had World Edit. We spoke to him and said, "Why are you playing so well this tournament?" And he's just like, "Well, I'm not being told what to do every single round. I can just run around and kill people, right?"
That's true. Yep.
And he's always struggled with Blade as the in-game leader.
So, for all the credit we give Blade, he is very structured and regimented in that sense. And you are right. That was his exact quote when we spoke to him in the Ukraine.
Throwing him in the best
in that lovely little discotheque behind the supermarket that was rather oddly positioned, but quite lovely inside. JKS, not quite going to do enough damage to get kills, but he's done enough to get an assist for Nexa.
Just about.
Yeah, who almost ran out of bullets.
10 seconds though.
Markelov already getting 1 deagle in this round, much to the delight of Anders. That's just enough for Anders to argue that he's still the best player in the world. But he has died, and unfortunately, they are still losing 2-0.
They are. No bomb going down in those 2 rounds either. So it has to be a Felica here on the T side of train. Oh, that pistol in a best of 1. It really does set the tone for the rest of the map. And we'll see what they can get back into this. For now, though, a chance to farm cash. 5 SMG still for Renegades. Money, money, baby, as I would say, coming into this one. Number 3. MP9s, UMPs, just rush Ivy or something. Get those frags. End it quickly. There it is. CTs, he's still out. Nifty, pushing with the flashbang. Not going to find anything. Should be a pop dog play, but it looks things. Azza, all too willing to welcome them on the bottom of the ladder.
AZR. Azur.
Azer.
Yeah. Yeah, all of those things. I trust Lex more than I trust Chad.
Oh no.
You still out. You love to see it.
Oh, I don't want to do it.
No, you hate to see it, actually. He will be still positioned perfectly to catch off 1. That's it. They're going to turn them around, though, which means JKS could run through and take them all down if he wants. Instead, he's going to shoot at his teammates. Nearly gets 9. Why not, Waylander? Why not?
Hope for the best. Swing the knife around. I guess not much else was going to come of that. So this is an interesting position now, Matt. We had 5 SMGs for Renegades there. Surely we get some upgrades coming in. Maybe Nifty gets the AWP out? Something along those lines. They go for a 4 pushing lower ramp. I don't know. This is a difficult scenario to be in. You want to keep the money strong, but you don't want to give away a round for free. So the AWP comes out and they upgrade 1 and 4. I would still say maybe push the lower ramp with those SMGs. That would make sense to me at least. It's going to be JKS there by himself. He's got the M4, so that's not going to be happening. Still got his MP9 and maybe going towards pop though. Probably the best weapon for that position in this particular circumstance. And it looks like JKS is pushed aggressively. Taken down, Waylander finds him, so a 5 and 4. Not the best to start for Renegades here, but 100% out, right back into round number 4 here. Ooh, to be fair, man, they've only got 1 flashbang left at the 1 minute 20 mark. It's actually not looking too promising for them. What? There it is. Okay, bomb's down.
Bomb down in B.
All right.
Blade
happened.
Gonna wrap around and try and cut them off in Z connector as well. All he needs to do is rely on electronic to hold him in position. 1 player will go back towards you. That's Nexa information relayed. Blade gets a free kill right now. And they've still got electronic in position. So this round goes to FlipSid surely. Waylander helps to confirm. Nifty's got to get away with the AWP. And just to do that will even be a bit of a challenge going back towards CT. The saving grace in that is that they'll send Blade to hunt him down by going out toward Ivy. But Blade will only have the Galil. So it's not like he can really take the fight. And they're just going to stay in CT. As a result of it, they'll save the gun as well. AK grab for Blade at the least.
Well, that was the round. We had 1 M4, 1 AWP, and 3 SMGs as well. So it definitely counts as one of those bonus rounds. I'm coming with a full buy this time. The AWP saved. And we're going to round number 5 here. But FlipSid, finding the aggression there from JKS. He pushes it around. Waylander takes him down. If he finds that kill, they'd probably win it. But Waylander strikes. I didn't even notice him get towards inside. No nades. I guess they have to capitalize and hope for the best. In they went. No nades to stop the post farm. So they went forward towards the connector, stop the rotations, and Blade with a nice backstab there to guarantee the round. You're right. So, round number 5 for Nifty. Where does he decide to go? Up around, I was about to say. That makes a lot of sense here. He can shut down any fast plays from the terrorists at the start. And he gets Molotov out of position, though. So he'll be falling back. 3 players towards Ivy for the T side. Pretty standard stuff so far. Still is the only player there with the UMP as well, so he can't really defend too much. Just waiting to get some intel and deploy a smoke. Run boost coming in. Not really going to matter considering there's no orb on the other side, but still got 3 players alive in that position. He still tucks himself in the corner, hoping to at least get 1 frag here. That's what he's aiming for. 1 and done would be fine considering the circumstance.
Stillo gets back through the smoke just in time as electronic pre-fires into the cubby. He's not there. He's gone. Smoke down. There was a gap in it when we saw it the first time, but I think that's been replaced, and indeed it has. Ustillo is thinking about trying to push back through it, but Blade gets Haza. It's now or never. That smoke's about to dissolve. They're standing in front of him at hell. If it does disappear and they're not ready for it, they'll be sitting ducks. So Ustillo gets the assist, having already done damage, but Nexus got World Edit back. World Edit's going to turn around and find Ustillo as well. Makes the entrance possible in a 1 versus 4, and JKS gets found by the same man. So FlipSid to pick up a 2nd round in a row.
Yeah, looking much better that time, up against the full buy of Renegades as well. Very default round. Not too much to report. They went for the 3-man stack towards Ivy, baiting out any CT utility, and he's still locked out of round. Like he said, he did have a chance when they were lined up behind the smoke, but didn't really have the firepower to start spamming them and helping his teammates out. And by the time he had a chance to, it was a little bit too late for them in FlipSid, especially World Edit, finding the key frags and bringing round number 2 into their favor. It's going to be number 6 going forward now. Got about 3K per player, so Renegades take a timeout like Assad to get involved. They can't really justify a buy here. We're going to have 4 Deagles and JKS buying absolutely nothing. So FlipSid looking very likely to tie things up at 3-3 here. It is strange seeing FlipSid on the server again. It's been so long since we've had the chance to cast them, even then have them at a tournament in general.
It's true.
So I guess that gives them a bit of an unknown quantity aspect. We're not really going to be sure what to expect. There's a lovely statue right now. Electronic. He had the frag on the T side, the very early days. Round number 6 coming in. I'm sure he'll pick up a couple here. He's still aggressive towards Ivy here. Maybe going to get a Deagle shot as he pushes around the corner, but he wasn't really waiting for the other side. So it's a Blade now to try and open the map up as he looks towards main entrance.
Well, Waylander at the bottom of the ramp already, wants into the site. They'll go, and then electronic. Successful as a little duo, a little unit. What a cute little couple they are. Bomb's going to be planted by none other than Markelov. Markelov Bloom, some call him. Nexa gets a kill onto Electronic. It's now inside of the site that they'll try and occupy and hold off, waiting for the pistols to secure for exit kills. Nifty. Yeah. All Eagles, by the way.
Yeah, all they can really hope for here is maybe take a couple of AKs down, retreating from the bomb site, take those to the next round. Money's not exactly amazing for the Renegades side right now, but it will be FlipSid indeed finding round number 3. 3 in a row, no less. So it's pretty good news for them after losing the pistol in quite convincing fashion. I guess a 5 or 2 going against you. It's about time they got some good news in their favor. There's a kill towards Ustillo as well, so no exit frag coming in just yet. Waylander goes down with the bomb. It's about as good as it gets. Do you find anything? As it gets an MP7. Be happy to use that, I think. Or for Ustillo this time. Does he throw it over to Nifty? I'm sure he does. He has been very good recently, especially the Asian miner for them. They actually get rid of the MP7, upgrade to the rifle. No head armor, no kits. The latter might be more of a problem for them going into round number 7 here. Or for Wild Ed, as I said, he is a very good train player. We'll see whether he can start opening things up for the team. This is where the game really begins here. So go for the inside control once more. It'll be JKS by himself towards that position at the lower ramp. Smoke's coming in. This might be a fast play. We've got 5 players on this side of the map as well. It's very common to have one player anchoring this side of the map. JKS certainly mechanically gifted. Can he hold them off? I'm not so sure. They're going from upper ramp and lower as well. Got no back of his teammates whatsoever. Fast commitment coming in.
Ooh, World Edit, good entry on the AWP. Down to 11 HP, but Waylander takes out Nexa. Gives World Edit the confidence to go back and cover off the same angle as Electronic. He'll get in behind the train at connector. As always, he's played that position every single time they've taken over the B site. Trying to hold off rotations, but you're right, it is the save already.
Yeah, no kits there, and that's a nice play from FlipSid. The perfect call at that point. You know their money's going to be weak. It's very common for a player to be inside by himself, and like I said, once you watch the Renegades demo, that's their usual setup. No rotations whatsoever. The orb was so far away from JKS, nothing he could do. Nexa tries to rotate thing, gets his head blown off as well. So great shot from World Edit to open things up the low ramp, jumping through the smoke, takes down JKS, pre-fires that position. 5 players staying alive, 8 in total on the server. So I guess Renegades, when they realize they have no kits, the retake's not even possible. It's a very difficult retake with just 4 players and then 3 with no kits. So saving the money, and FlipSid will take the lead here on number 8. So they'll be able to drop UMPs or FAMASs, whichever they see fit for this particular scenario. So UMPs has been the call that's been made. Keeps the money at somewhat a decent level. Nifty still on the orb, yet to really impress me with it so far. Wild Edit finds his 6th rag in the previous round. Renegades haven't really changed the pace of the game. It's still quite early days at 4-3, but haven't seen him really hunt for frag towards Ivy or push the orb into a position where he can get rolling at the very start of the round. But this time looking towards main entrance, nothing coming in just yet. Waylander, once again, inside control is his. Yes, alone once more.
Electronic, seeing anyone will get curious inside of that ramp toward the upper position at the brown halls, but no one does so. Markelov and World Edit to play together at Ivy. Nades through. Ooh, the shot was there, but he didn't pull the trigger fast enough. Markelov takes down Nifty to start off the round. Are you like Anders? Do you want to see Markelov go back to the AWP?
Not really fussed, mate.
Not really fussed, mate. All right, Joe Miller.
Like if he starts playing well, that's great. I don't particularly have any allegiances with him. Like he's decent, but it's not what he used to be.
You're not what you used to be.
Definitely not.
I mean, and that's even less than what you used to be. So, what are you trying to say, Hank?
I'm not trying to say anything. Just replying.
Fair enough. Ask no questions here, no lies.
Yeah.
I asked the question. I have to put up with the fact that Az is at the bottom of the ladder. Triple, all too easy. What is World Edit thinking going down 3rd after all of them just fall in front of him? It's Markelov found inside it. I was about to say trailer, but there's not a trailer nor a hitch. It's actually just sandwich. It's going to be Blade that gets down next to try and pull it back to 1 versus 2. Bomb down at the ladder. 5 seconds. Just wants to save the AK.
Oh,
yeah, I think he'll do so.
Something there, but not going to be the case. Azza, lovely spray down there at Pop Dog. 3 kills with the M4A4. not too bad. So that brings another round in favor of Renegades. 4-4 the overall scoreline. Flip side, it seemed like they called it out there. The flashbang didn't seem to affect as whatsoever. Just sprays them down, no problem at all. I guess if you're blind, even just pointing straight up, going at the backsides, they're not really have a chance to take you down. 130 ADR for Aze. After he had that great performance in the pistol, and a nice three-man spray down there as well. That's not too bad. Double AWP set up now. JKS, not known to be an AWPer. Let's see whether he can step up with it. Towards inside. Looking towards the lower round for the very start, and this will be a faster paced round. I see a lot of Molotovs squad in start, and why is Nifty not even focusing on either whatsoever? That's a bit of a blunder. Yeah, I understand there's Molotovs outside, but no real reason just to have your back towards that certain position.
ZR, downed by Electronic. Good entry from him, down to 20 HP. 20 HP is certainly enough. Not so much for him to survive in the round, but having won his duel. But it's another 5 versus 2. Ustilo and JKS again, and it looks like they've started off well. As Ustilo's going to wrap around. Waylander trying to get close to the ball. Walks into it. Ustilo gets both. It's another 5 versus 2. Blade has to clutch it back. Finds Ustilo. But it's JKS that's going to hold the angle, and they win a second one in a similar situation. That's gutting.
That really is. That's such a huge round for FlipSid as well. That's a full reset for the Renegade side. They win that one. They get only $40 in this round, but they run into the spray of Ustilo. They always look so cagey. The start of the rounds are great for this side. They get all the kills required. They've got the bomb side open, just waiting to get that bomb down. And that's when they seem to struggle. Maybe a little bit too fast to try and make it happen, and make a key mistake there. Ustilo loving it. Can't believing his luck there. The low HP player comes to do his crosshair first, gets the double spray down, and FlipSid another gutting round there. 5-4 now. Still plenty of money available. They get a full buy here. JKS towards upper round this time, not lower. So at least they cannot overwhelm the upper brown holes. But they seem to know that Ustilo has pushed in towards a, I guess, dumpster position at Ivy. And what's the play? He needs Nifty to flash him out or something. They seem to be free-firing that all day long. There's the flash. Just run away, mate. Oh, good lord. That was a bit scary, but there it is. He does manage to get out. Still a 5-on-5. Bit touch and go there, I have to say. But JKS holding that up around, but WildEdit seems to have his number somewhat. There's a possibility. That was being inflicted to WildEdit there through the spam, I think, as well from outside. Oh, it was indeed.
As a WorldEdit, rather, now going to be holding up at Brown Halls with the AWP. Waylanders down the stairs. Watch that corner. JKS. Oh, you're right. Just got spotted because he's been sneaking out trying to get the shot. Now WorldEdit's got to be quick. He's not quick enough. Give a flash. Give something. Get the angle back.
Well, Waylander spots him and tries. He doesn't want to take the duel himself, so you have to face him. He's got the read as well. But JKS lighting them up here on the inside bomb side. The anchor player getting 2 frags. That's great. They have got inside control, but he knows that. He's still finding kills here. JKS with 3 in total this round. Going to be Electronic and Markelov now. Nothing really to do. 20 seconds about that. You feel like this one's done for as they go towards outside. Now Nifty, his chance to have a go with the AWP. Hits the shot, can't find the frag just yet. Markelov down to 11 HP. There's a frag, but the round's surely over now. As you said, it inflicts more damage.
Damage indeed. 11 HP. Down he goes. Ustilo. He's going to get the kill. It's almost like he needed to throw another smoke toward connecting. But he won't. It's Renegades that now have the 6th round. 6-4. Slow pace to this game, I have to say, compared to our last one.
Yes. Versus FlipSid we're playing.
It is true. The CIS region is the slowest of the regions. FlipSid, Na'Vi.
Gambit.
I was going to say to some extent, yeah. They tend to be more explosive when they need to be, but yeah. Their setup is very slow. Their defaults,
it's very methodical, absolutely. But still, there it is. JKS, great round for him. Like I said, not known to be an AWP. I haven't cut a lot of Renegades games recently, but he seems to be very competent with the weapon. Molotovs now against the full eco of FlipSid. Just Eagles, a couple of upgraded armor, but JKS, he does manage to get the first kill. Finds Blade. 5-4 now. Should be quite a simple round for them. They found that first pick. Hold the crossfires. Don't give too much away. See, we've got aggressive angle from Nexa towards the lower ramp, so he's fine with that. UMP in hand as well. Going to drop the incendiary when they come in. So let's make sure he goes down to 1 at least. They'll be absolutely fine.
Molotov's out. Did that one mean to hit the crossbeam? Certainly didn't flush the corner if that was the intention. Nexa with 1 quick kill. Has to watch upper, but here's them going lower. He'll turn his attentions back that way. No attention deficit for him. He's got WorldEdit and Markelov on the way through. Renegades find number 7.
Yeah, some difficult rounds to them after losing a spell of 4, but that's for themselves. Renegades 7-4 now, looking very good. And this double AWP setup seems to be delivering for them, JKS. 11 kills, 4 deaths. Nifty on the other hand, 2 for 6. He was kind of given the moniker of the MVP of the tournament at the minor, the Asian minor. Looked very good from what the highlights I saw, but yet to really get going here in this best of 1 here on Train. Swiss format, you need 3 wins to qualify for the major itself. 3 in a row, if anyone's unaware of the format. Back to inside we go though. JKS challenging once again, gets Molotov out, but it's going to be Ustillo who challenges first towards Ivy. He gets taken down by Markov. So every time they've tried this aggression, especially Ustillo on that side of the map, he seems to be taken down. I think if you're going to go towards Ivy, you need more than 1 player there. Sure, you get a flashbang in. I prefer it with 2 players going in, one of which has got the AWP. Then at least he's got the 1 bullet kill, then he can fall back. I think the M4A4, you've got so many angles to check, it can be very problematic to make that kill happen. But this is where FlipSid, this is their bread and butter map. Slow-paced game, get that first pick, gifted it almost.
I find bread and butter kind of boring together.
I like it.
That's it. I mean, if it's like a roll or like a biscuit.
I like French bread, especially. That's
yeah, before dinner though, but like alone, just bread and butter. I mean, at least peanut butter, please.
At least.
Nutella?
Nutella, yeah.
Love a good nut, so I wouldn't mind the Nutella. Jaden really likes peanut butter, in case you were wondering.
I was.
I thought you might be. That's why I said it, Hank.
Next, yeah.
I knew it. Double op setup still in play. Nexa still going to be wielding the UMP, but it's the opening pick. Successful from Markelov. Waylander's going to throw a flash in, bounce it off the door, down over top of the site. Markelov's got 2 entries. What do you know? Who would have thunk it? This is going to rotate them back around toward the ladder, but that's a wrong call. Blade goes down. They do not need to contest this position. They've got the advantage. Not only that, Electronic's gone deep in the site, but they've given this back. Nexa, he finds a 2nd kill on World Edit, who again tries to go down the ladder. Ooh. No need, as they had the inner sight, but they may still pull the round back, or will they? Waylanders lost it, and 4 seconds. You're right, Electronic can do nothing with it. That was a 5 versus 3, excuse me.
Yeah, well, that's just evident as to how that can really let FlipSid down sometimes. We've casted them over the years a lot, right? And this is always something we're saying, like, oh, the time's run out once again. They get the first pick, as I was saying. That's when they're the most dangerous. That's when they go for the executions. But they waited so long before the final commitment. They're separated as well. A player inside, trying to pincer outside from that position. But once again, down to the 1v1, just over. Easiest clutch in his life. Just had to stay alive. That was it. That was all Nifty had to do. So he's still only on 4 for 6, but he wins a huge round there, and no real money available for FlipSid here. They don't fully invest. 2 players go down to about $1,000 with World Edit and Electronic getting nades, and an AK there as well. JKS towards the lower ramp. He finds Waylander crossing over, and a pullback once again. So he can leave that side completely open. He's going to leave his teammate Nexa total of Venom 4A4. Electronic boosted up, and hello. That's a free kill. No, apparently not. Markelov not looking at the screen or something. I don't know what happened there. I guess he had a grey screen coming out of it, but still looked like he had full vision at that point. 4. Looking very likely to be 9.
I completely agree with you. Nifty through the smoke. Takes down World Edit. Nifty's going to try and do more than that. Switch out with the rifle. Azur's going to come over to help with Electronic, who then tries to switch to a secondary rifle rather than having to run out of ammo or reload. It's not going to work. So 9 is correct. Renegades find that round with relative ease. The money's not great on the flip side. So I hate that.
The flip side.
On the flip side.
On the flip, yeah, that's better. On the flip side. That works. A nice ring to it. 4 AKs. World Edit, of course. Down to the Tech 9. The author of the team. Limited. Although he's had an AWP drop for him. That's not too bad. So he's got something to work with him. They are a maximum loss bonus, of course. 6 rounds against them now. Double AWP setup still running for Renegades. Trying to challenge towards the brown holes once more. We do have a player in the form of JKS coming to challenge them, though. Temptation comes in as JKS actually finds Waylander. And he'll be falling back. That's not bad at all. This has been FlipSid again, the majority of the picks. But this time, Renegades get that fullback as well. That's lovely stuff. A good flashback from his teammate as well to assist. He falls back and back towards Ivy we go. They're clicking out FlipSid. Can't hold up with a man disadvantage here.
He's still out. Molotov down by the server. It's Azur that's going to get up close to the E-box. Does he know Electronic's already here? He certainly seems to. As he looks into the corner, makes no mistake of it, grabs the AK instead. He still has got Markelov. We could find double digits for the Australians, +1/+1.
1+1.
The global team.
Global Elites.
Yeah, that's kind of lame. World Edit's got Azza down. It was a good try.
The 1+1 was better.
I thought so. Yeah, it's super good. It's original at least. Nifty's got World Edit. We go to 10 indeed. Renegade shut down FlipSid yet again without even getting close to a bomb plant. They haven't had many in this game.
They've dropped off now somewhat. That's going to be 7 rounds in a row for the Renegades. Kassad said going into this one that he feels like any other tournament they'd crush them. That's the word he used. He wasn't so sure about this particular one, though. A major qualifier where FlipSid always seemed to turn up. It did look good for 4 rounds, I'll give them that, but ever since then they've looked very quiet indeed. Electronic and what are the players you really want to stand out for FlipSid? They're the big names for them. The most skilled players that's on the team haven't really done too much. Going to the final round of the first half. Let's speed it up, boys, towards the server. Boost it up. You said, here's it, though. Ooh, does he? Seems to have an inkling. They're making a lot of noise there, I have to say, but not giving anything away just yet.
Giving anything away just yet except for HP. No kills. Nifty can't find the shot as he panics as well. But look at you, Stillo. Behind the server, he will be the admin, modifying the entire round with 2 quick kills. It's World Edit. Left against 4, 11-4. That might be our score. I'll give you that. That was all right. World Edit, but not enough for JKS. 11-4 indeed. Renegades starting to run away. But we'll see if the pistol holds a different fate in the second half.
Yeah, this is not a FlipSid that's qualifying for the major so far, but still only 1 half in. Did have 4 decent rounds with Renegades. They're a much better squad, more assertive, finding picks. JKS with the AWP as well. What an impressive performance that was. Never known he was capable of that, so that was quite cool to watch. Getting into a very important pistol here for FlipSid. If they win this on the CT half, we have a game. If they don't, not so much. 4 sets of armor for Renegades. Nifty with 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs, very common for the in-game leader to roll that setup. Incendiary for Waylander on the CT pistol. You don't see that every day.
You don't see that every day.
That's a new one. I guess it helps deny the plant inside, like buys you time. And
that's, yeah, there you go, it's already in. Yeah, that's too early. That was the intention, you're right, because the B site's so much easier to take.
Fine. Now it's gone.
Yeah, well, you still have forced up the lane, but he can't find the kill. Interesting that he cannot, because Nexa, he certainly will make no mistake. Markaloff and Electronic go down. He falls to World Edit. That's at the outer side. Where's Bomb? It is indeed at outer. So they fake over to B. They pull it back around. World Edit Waylander in a 2 versus 2. Remember, they lost a 5 versus 2 in the opening pistol. So is it perhaps better that they're not with 5? Or is it even easier for Renegades? Well, it's on JKS. 1 versus 2. Bomb still planted for him. So kit for Waylander. Well, that it's going to get closer. Taps it. Waylander needs to be the one to go for the defuse. They spot his shoulder. They know where he is. They can force him back. Waylander, he's already on it. It's got to be JKS to try and take the fight. He's got to go quickly. He's trying to bait it back and forth, and he's done it, JKS! What a shot on World Edit to get in the open, and then makes no mistake hitting Waylander.
Kiss on the head there from Kassad as well. He's happy.
See, I reserve forehead kisses for people that are really special or if I'm really drunk.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting us know that.
You're welcome.
That was a sick clutch from JKS. As I said in the pre-game, he is undoubtedly one of the best clutches from the region, if not in NA right now. Very, very good cerebral stuff, like calm, collected, knows what he has to do, baits out that first CD plague, buys himself some space as well, nails his 2 headshots. There it is, a little kiss for him.
Wow, I think it was just a forehead to forehead. It was like an Eskimo kiss.
Oh, he's lost his mind. No smashing tables. We have a rule here now.
Yep, that's true. Anyone who breaks the table is immediately ejected.
Waylander, be careful.
And I have to play for them. So, double whammy. Azza takes down Waylander, but very sloppy execution to get through to the site after winning the pistol, I have to say. AK picked up for Electronic, and a scout in play from World Edit. Bombs planted nonetheless. Flash goes high in the sky. World Edit completely blinded by it. Lets Electronic get a little bit closer, though. Closer he shall attempt to get. No armor. I take that back. Excuse me, he does have head armor. So he's actually in a really good position. Very good position with the AK. Down goes JKS. It's 13 HP for Azza. World Edit's got him, and they'll pick up the reverse round.
Well, Something left for FlipSid here. It was a bit of a brawl towards outside, and I've commented on before what I think about those very fast-paced tactics in second round force buys. I think you should be in full default at the start, bait them out, get the first pick. You can commit like that, but then you run into 5-7 stacks and scouts, and that's exactly what happened to Renegades there. So unfortunately for them, they give a round away. Still 12-5 in their favor. They got the bomb down. I would say probably eco this one, have a full buy next, but obviously is the idea of force buying now and trying to shut down the CTs in equal fashion as quickly as you can. With this sort of lead, I say you go for the former and get the AKs out in the next round. Round number 18. FlipSid find a lifeline here. AKs, M4s on a FAMAS. Back into it. And nothing really purchased whatsoever. 1 PT50, $300 of investment from Renegades. They will indeed be buying next round.
So, AKs carried over ×2. Rifles bought up elsewhere. And a patient buy from Renegades who give a round away. Ooh, I like this. It's like a bird on the perch. Markelov waiting to nade the site, the default position. He does so. And then goes back to spray down 2 players. And nade as well goes deep to take more damage into the round. And bomb gets planted out of it all. So the utility not enough to deny the plant. The plant is success for Renegades to get the money, and the money enough to buy the guns in the next round. With the bomb plant as well, they should be completely fine.
Yeah, they're going to have a ton of cash next round, and the rounds will begin. Well, just over 5k per play on the Renegade side, and 12-6. FlipSid do get 2 in a row. That was a clean sweep as well, so that money's not too bad either. They've got 1 in the bag if they were to lose a round. But Orb comes out for World Edit. Same story for Nifty. So 4 AKs and the AWP. Going to round number 19 here. What's the play from Renegades? Do we go for something slow and methodical with an execution? Do we go for a fast-paced push towards outside? Would the Orb player suggest they maybe slow things right down? Nifty hasn't had the best game. 7 kills, 10 deaths so far. We'll see what he can deliver here. As JKS will be backing him up at main entrance. They look for the first pick.
He's still out. Electronic that's going to play inside of the smoke down below the ladder, but he's still out. That waits patiently above with Azza. A little bit of wall bang. Electronic's going to get down Nifty. Back out to what he made. He wanted to get toward Sandwich. Try and open up the outside position, but World Edit cuts off JKS. Things looking better for FlipSid now. Yep. Slow pace on the CT. They've got some control that isn't being answered by Renegades.
Absolutely. 5 on 3. FlipSid are giving a few of these away, though. As they're still out towards inside. Next is going to be carrying the bomb over to them. They've got 3 smokes, flashbangs, molotovs to work with as well. This round's not over. Especially when the likes of Azza and he's still alive. Heavy hitters for the Renegade squad. 45 seconds remaining. Waylander backed up by Markov as well. This is perfect. You've got a huge advantage. You can afford to have 3 outside, 2 towards inner. This is their round to lose. FlipSid needs to make sure these go down with 1 kill here between the 2 of them. There's 1 from Waylander. Is it enough? It seems he's going to get 2 as well. So that should be the round concluded. Electronic to finish things off as well. And there it is. FlipSid looking pretty decent after losing the pistols 3 rounds in a row. And bomb plant that round for Renegades. So they are right back into this FlipSid. That's been a Rico for the Renegades. Going to have PT50s and Deagles. No armor. And now FlipSid starting to establish themselves financially. So definitely not out of this one just yet.
Well, Electronic. That's my chair, by the way. Don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, it definitely can.
It's leather on a backdrop. That don't see? Chair. Promise. Well, pistols only this time for Renegades.
Yeah,
so
just get the bomb down. That's it.
This is where the game becomes interesting, because as they said before, FlipSid is very good in qualifications, and you're giving them slight passage back into this game. So you're right, bomb down, get money rolling, get money flowing and back into the bank account.
Off a ramp they're going. So do they smoke down lower and try and bait it out? JKS with the smoke, 4 players at upper. They may just do 1 flash and just go for it. There's the flash. Smoke down lower. They are going for it as well. It's a bit of a shooting range, but Azza does find 1 with the Deagle. I think that's probably all they'll get. He does find a second. Maybe
get the bomb and
will
planes it, Azza. Okay,
yeah.
good. JKS got it. I didn't see him
It's
getting
not bad
that
at all.
He's got a gun picked up, Azza. Has no armor to play with, but that's fine. We'll see if he can make it work He's in a bit of an interesting position. Once found, though, it should be easy for them to take him down. Yeah, there you go. Electronics staring straight down at him. Azza's got nothing he can do. So it'll go 12-8, but Renegades have done the business. They've put the bomb down.
That's what they wanted. They've had the bomb down 3 times in the last 4 rounds, so money should be decent for them with the loss bonus as well. Orb coming out once again, but looks like closing the gap now. That was an inside play. Flashbang out. Azza finds 2 deagle kills somehow. The bomb planted as well. Pretty much as good as it was ever going to get. Nifty with the orb once more. Still on 7 kills. Need him to step up. I'm not yet convinced by him. I'm sure he was great at the Asian minor from what I've heard, but this is a different kettle of fish altogether. Major qualifier.
Still makes it to sandwich this time. They've failed to do that on a number of occasions. Ooh, smoke timing is everything, but Azza walks straight into Electronic. Supersonic, Ustillo goes through the flames. They'll hear the tick, but he gets the first shot, not the second. Nate pulled out, wrong time to do so. Electronic finally put down by Nifty. Bomb planted 2 versus 2, but Blade still close to the site is going to be a problem because they won't establish decent post play. Waylander lucky to be alive, but only for a second longer. This Blade has it all to do. Knows that JKS is still on the site, but Nifty's going to come around to take him. So Renegades finally pick up around 13-8. This will be a reset, but they keep 2 alive, and they keep the AWP.
Faster stuff there from Renegades. Couple of set smokes at the start. Flashbangs over as well, hoping their key players can get in position to find the frag. Exactly what happened as well. JKS with key frags towards the connector, and then Blade 2 versus 1. Didn't really have much chance. They had to give his position away. Had to pre-fire a couple of spots, and not really much he could do. Tactical timeout now. We said the money's going to be absolutely fine for FlipSid. Can definitely buy into this round after winning 4 rounds in a row. Quite clean ones as well. They kept 3 players alive pretty much every single time, so they're okay. But after this round, it will be broken. So the Orbs going out again, 3 and 4s. When it's down to a Famous, they've got 1 kit to work with. They lose this as 14-8, and they're pretty much done for at that point as well. So they need to win this round. It has to be a victory for FlipSid, or at least a loss with weapons saved. All for Nifty again. He got a couple of frags in our previous round, so just we called him out. He manages to step up and deliver in round number 21 after losing 4 rounds in a row. It's currently 4-2 here in the second half.
For FlipSid, that is, of course, Nifty. Crossing over already, evading any damage. JKS does the same. Nifty wants to try and find an opening pick on the op. Ooh, I don't think he spotted World Edit, who in turn has the AWP back toward the hitch now. Patience for Nifty, waiting to see if anyone will get close. I think World Edit self-boosted himself onto Ticket. And there you go. Thank you, DJ. DJ. I knew he was going to do that. I just knew it.
What did he do?
He said yes.
Oh, how?
Shook the head, the camera.
Right. I was looking at my laptop.
That's fine. His observing's not good enough for you, Henry. I get it. We don't need him, DJ. Just you and I together. We'll take over the world.
What a world that would be.
Be pretty awesome. 16K for everyone. Negev every round. Flashes and smokes toward E-Box. Sandwich has to be attained, surely. That has to be the goal. Blades positioned himself inside of the smokes at Ivy. Go. JKS toward that sandwich position, but Blade's going to shut them down. Surely Blade gets a kill. Yup, next up. No idea that he's that close. They think they've cleared it with the utility. They've not. World Edits. Oh, just missing out on Azza. Doesn't on the second try. Bomb down. 5 seconds. Round done. Done indeed. 3 players stay alive on FlipSid. Only 2 for Renegades. Make sure they stay alive beyond that because they'll lose money as well as the reset. If they don't, they manage it, but 13-9.
It was looking so good for Renegades as well. Holding out for so long, the execution was great, the bomb was in position, but Wild Edit shuts it down, misses the first shot, but nails the second, and as you said, that completes the round. Not really much Renegades to do there. That was a must-win round for FlipSid as well. Lose that, game is pretty much over, but they keep their heads above water here. Renegades still quite a substantial lead here, 13-9, but money's a bit of a problem now. They save 2 weapons there, they can't really force around it. for that very reason. So an AWP and an AK, 3 P250s. Round number 23. Renegades, they feel like their team's going to walk away with the victory here, but it's not going to be easy for them. But they're doing everything they can to stay alive here. Surely the AWP doesn't have that much impact here. What's the AK to keep things off?
Oh
wow.
Goodness, Ustillo, that is a huge opening. Huge indeed. They've lost Nexa, but watch him wrapping around Electronic with 2. Ustillo, I was going to say, has gone by Markelov. So a quick kill for Marky Mark. And they're back in the dark. Nifty's got a shot, though, and he's looking shifty. He's got Markelov down. It's a 2 versus 1 as Electronic, though, babysits the bomb. The flash goes out. He's going to get aggressive. Nails it, but Nifty, best round he's had all game, is going to make it 14 for Renegades with no money. They managed to pull a round back.
Nice work, Ustillo. Pushing through a smoke at Ivy, catches 1 CT by surprise as well. And before the communication could be gifted to the FlipSid members, player taken down and Pop Dog and his... I've had to say the replay, apparently not. But then Ustillo opens up the map for his teammates. He goes towards the backtracks, and Nifty finds some positional control with the AWP, hitting all 3 shots required, and that's big. We said the last round would break FlipSid, but it's actually come in the next round. Around 2.2k per player, I'd say, on average. Maybe a little bit more. As we head to round number 24, they'll take a pause, and Renegades 14-9. One will do it to match point. This should be a guaranteed round for them. So FlipSid has picked the poison time. Do you allow Renegades to get a match point and you go to 15-9 and you've got to get 6 in a row? And that means you don't force buy into this one, or do you go all in? Do you get the UMPs out, the Deagles, the Scouts, and try and see what you can do here? I'm not sure there is a right answer, Matt. I'm not sure what I would do here. Looks like they're opting to force buy into it. Oh, well, they Blade. Okay, I was going to say Blade hasn't bought anything. That's nuts. Okay, but there they have Scouts, UMPs, MP7s, CZs. They're under a 5-7. Not looking too good for them. But I guess this is the decision they've made. I'll stick by it.
All on the line then. Hank. Hank the tank.
All in.
You'd go all in on this bet.
I always do.
He's still out. Wait for Electronic below the ladder. It's a very contemplative look on his face, doesn't he? He's already thinking too hard for my liking, but he's thought well. Ustillo and Azza fall to the SMG. He'll grab an AK, and he's in good position to turn around and take out Nexa. What a round. As he starts off with 3 kills, the only 3 found by anyone on his team. JKS gets rolled at it, and guess who it is? Electronic. Missed shot by Nifty gives him a chance at the ace as well, but Markelov will deny it. Of course he will. And make it 14-10.
Well, the all-in purchase works out for them. Electronic goes absolutely wild there with the UMP AK combo holding towards Pop Dog. Mows them down, and Renegades, just when it feels like it's over, they give themselves another obstacle here. This is a bit of a lackluster play from them, 1 by 1 down towards that Pop Dog area. Great stuff from Electronic, don't get me wrong there. That's fantastic from him, but I feel like Renegades, considering the buy, would be shutting it down. I'd prefer one of those faster plays from there. Those are the ones that are finding them success. They've only got 3 rounds so far in the second half. 14-10, another eco for Renegade's side. P250s, no armor, a couple of flashbangs to work with here towards Insider once again. No Deagle to work with. That's where Azza found the majority of his success. As Kassad said, this team does still have a lot of work to do. Mistakes being made. But should still win this game. I say that with bated breath. Flashbangs will be deployed any second. Objective, get the bomb down once again. Massive hold from Markelov and Co. So that bomb plant should come in unless the grenade strike begins right now. It does, but bomb planted. So round over for sure, but still JKS Nexa try and do what they can. Not very much, I'm afraid, but Nexa maybe get 1 kill to Glock here. That'd be something. Burst fire doesn't really work for many people. Doesn't work for the teams. So
yeah, let's make, if we're gonna make guns viable, such as nerfing the UMP or buffing The Negev, let's get burst fire back.
Do you remember when the Glock, like, at the beginning of CSGO, it was like, it was like a railgun?
Oh my god, it was insane.
Like, I remember,
but there is another gun that no one talks about. The FAMAS could be decent if they made burst better.
well, yeah, that's almost completely useless now. The burst fire on the FAMAS, especially in Source 1.6, was actually really viable. It was really good aimers. They could just hold like angles like CT spawn towards like upper short on Duster or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
okay,
And they could just pick off heads as they're coming across. You just burst them as they're going along. It was actually really sick for that. Now this is so useless in CSGO. Yeah, you're right. Burst fire doesn't need to have a look at, I think. But anyway, round number 26. Renegades. This one to relieve the pressure and get match point. That'll be something to work with there. That's impressive. Well, you said it did the shot, but Electronic gives it away for free. Now they will commit towards outside. They're trying to play in front of the smokes. Blade gets one back through the smoke. Fast commitment though. Can they get the bomb down?
Still on fast, and getting two. Walks around as Blade stands right behind World Edit. They're a sitting duck. And a duck with no feathers. Because they got plucked.
Yeah.
World Edit, excuse me, Waylander going to take down Azza. That'll give them a chance to retake in a 2 versus 2. Renegades just need to hold this to find map point. And to keep money in their pockets. Nifty. He's got Waylander. It's on to Markelov. Anders believes, but I'm not sure that I do because Nifty's got the headshot and they go 15-11.
A reset. 4 in a row now required for FlipSid. They still have money to buy here. He's still going wild there. They get the first pick. Giving away at the start of the round. Oh, he's looking mad. Looking pretty mad, Matt.
Mad, sad, anything but glad.
Yeah. He does tend to...
Shout out to Chad. Speaking of Renegades.
Iron fist leadership, which I respect. But at the same time, it does look like he's upset most of the time with his team.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I wonder what his blood pressure is. Should we do a blood pressure check?
I'd love to bring back the heartbeat ratings, like when people was in clutch and stuff like that. I think they
put
had
the sensors on them.
Yeah,
yeah, I can't remember when that was, but
that was quite cool. Like when it was really tight clutch, it's like 15, 14. See how high you can get. He's still 3 kills in that round. Push towards connector. Nothing really Blade could do about that. 4 rounds in a row to take them to overtime. 1 for Renegades to win their first game here at the major qualifier. That's a reaction from Blade. Not too happy about it, but still with money, like I said. We have the AWP out 4 and 4s. And towards Ivy, a faster pace round from Renegades. They do take the active face check here. Committing as well. Contact play in this Ivy position. Bombs there. Just a note.
Bomb is there, just a note. Well, a note worth mentioning. World Edit's going to start off. Ucilla goes down. Nexa cannot respond. But he sets a crossfire, a long one at that, to get Blade back. The problem is that World Edit, I think Blade already getting a kill, is still in good position. Nexa, a kill goes his way, but 10 HP. He needs Azza to come out from the ladder. The flash not necessarily positioned perfectly. World Edit going to be positioned all wrong, though. Azza finds the opening, swings wide, but can't get the second shot on Waylander. And 2 HP for Nexa, and no money left over for Renegades. Bomb plant would have been beneficial in the biggest way. We may sit to go 15-13 before they have a chance to wrap this up again.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. Nexa with 2 HP. Bomb down. Locked in the outside bomb site here. Picks up the AWP. I guess that boosts his chances going for actual duels just for that reason. Gets that shot. Waylander coming behind him though, and he hears him. So that should be the round done. There it is. Nice shot from Waylander. Just about nails it. So, a chance there for Nexa, but wasn't meant to be. And you're right, so another reset. They can't string a couple of rounds together in the second half. The scoreline currently 8-4. So they've equaled the target set by FlipSid in the first half. They need to cross the finish line now. Another eco required, I would believe. We've got 2k on JKS. Same story for Azza as well. So, not looking great. Still have 3 rounds to work with here. So take a full eco. Back towards inside, perhaps. They keep finding the bomb plant every single time with this play, so why not keep doing it? FlipSid. 3 in a row now.
Next up on the way with Ustillo. Is this the round that wins it, Henry? Is this going to be a CSGO moment?
It is, with 4 Glocks and a PT-15 no nades.
It's CSGO.
I'll eat my hat. How about that?
I already ate 1 hat. It was delicious. It was very sweaty. Thankfully, there were no hairs left over it because it was Jason's. JKS gets the only kill. Bomb not yet planted, but JKS gets it doubling up. But Electronics hot on the heels of them all. Clear plastic heels preferred, please. As the bomb gets dropped, it does go 15-13.
It does indeed. Round number 29 then. Tension mounting now for the Renegades side. These are going to be the hardest rounds to pick up. Just one required. Everything you're trying, the defaults aren't working. Losing on the clutches, 1v1s are going your way. We're going the full distance here once again, it seems. It seems that's the case of day one here at the PGL major qualifier. Fast smokes, fast flashbangs, and that opens things up. He finds JKS, one of the key players so far for the Renegade side. They've got Galil and a Tech9 for Azza as well, so it's not the way they wanted to kick things off here. I'll slow things right down. Do have the nifty AWP, but that's only really been good for a couple of rounds. Hasn't exactly been that exciting throughout this entire map.
He's still waiting patiently. Nifty with the AWP to try and find an opening. It's going to be B. He struggled early on the B side. Down. Oh, Nifty can't find it. Waylander gets one. He's going to get a second through the smoke. Overtime might be on the cards, Hank.
I think it might be. They will not do much of this situation.
He's
4 on 2.
He's so close. If he just shot through. But bomb's now down. I think it stayed on top of the train as well. No, it didn't. It fell. But it's on the Nexa. And this is going to be a... Ooh, Nexa. Okay. I was going to say a round for FlipSid. Where's the entrance from lower? He's going to get flanked out. There's nothing. Oh, he can do 12 HP for Electronic. I'll give you credit, Nexa. You had me going for a minute.
Yeah, that was quite exciting at the end there, but a 4 on 2 doesn't work out for Renegades. And it's the last round. It looks like FlipSid might have just done it here. You never know, though. It will be a mixture of UMPs, Tech9s, maybe an AK or two for the Renegades side. They've definitely had a rough time after winning the pistol as well. It seemed like it was an open shut case at that point. Win the pistol, then he lost the second round. And they can't convert round victories into multiple wins. They win a round, then they get fully reset. 4 spies come out, full ecos, and it does start to feel like it's falling apart slightly. There's Kassad, giving every bit of inspiration he's got inside him towards his teammates. Final buy coming in. Tech9s and a couple of AKs. Nexa, he's got a P250. He had to drop a weapon from what I can see. Maybe it was a scout drop to him, I don't know. Round number 30, we've made it. Overtime, very likely.
I would say that I agree with you, Henry, but that would be an obvious statement. Ustillo's got other plans. Fast plans at that. Into the brown holes they go. Venturing in with a fast first thrust down toward the upper corner. Markolov's rotated over, but they've given up a lot of passage toward the bomb site itself. Mark does have a nade. Who's with him? It's Waylander, who also has a nade, so they could airstrike the bomb site. Speaking of airstrike, the smokes go out. He wants to put his toward the lower ramp. That'll do no damage, but Nexus downed already. Markolov with the kill. A dink towards Waylander, but Mark's going to save him. And this is it. Overtime indeed. Azza, do your worst. Do your worst. Markolov's got him. 15-15.
It's happened. Another overtime to put in the books today. FlipSid somehow come back after going 11-4 down, then losing the pistol as well. They've done it. Great CT side from them. Renegades seemed like they, I would say, choked a bit towards the end there. Couldn't hold it together, couldn't get multiple rounds in a row, and managed to give quite a lot away there. Nothing too special from the FlipSid CT half, like nothing crazy in terms of pushes or amazing AWPing, just solid setups there, decent retakes. Majority of the clutches go in their favor. Electronic really showed up in spades. He's got 30 kills. Waylander 22 as well, so some of the bigger names arriving for FlipSid. Overtime format, pretty standard. MR3 10K, first to 19 at the top will be the winner. If it goes 18-18, we do it all over again. FlipSid side on the CT half, we do not switch over.
JKS. Still open. Smoke down, nade through. No damage dealt, but Blade's on the other side waiting to see if they will push. Molotov goes over to the right side, flashes in. Blade's not electing to push to the cubby. I think the Molotov landed. Yeah, they put a short one, so he couldn't. What do you reckon, Hank?
Nothing too crazy. Normally in the first gun rounds of an overtime, you go for something fast-paced, something you haven't shown before. This is very default. 3 players at Ivy for Renegades. Towards main entrance as well. Trying to bait out whatever they can from the CT side. 50 seconds remaining now. Maybe the final commitment here is the flashbangs and Molotovs come out. JKS trying to find control. The CT seem comfortable right now.
Good flash in from Blade's teammate so he can get the fight. He's got the fight indeed. They've got 3 players down. They still have control of Sandwich, though. It's going to open up the site, but they're losing manpower. They're losing HP. And Blade, I thought for sure would find a kill, but they make up for it. Markelov, the one to get the 2 kills. 15-16 in favor of FlipSid, who start off overtime in the lead.
1-0 to FlipSid. And Renegades, they've lost that killer instinct, that flamboyance of winning them rounds earlier on. They seem like those are the only rounds that are working out for them. The faster-paced gameplay, getting out there, allowing players like Ustilo and JKS to find some control, but ever since they had a few defeats in a row, they've kind of gone quiet here. FlipSid will win the first gun round for sure, and if he brings up the AWP once again, JKS will be joining him in main entrance. Going out quickly once more to Wolof. Molotov out of position, they can't really do too much with him.
Whoa, nifty. Snap back off the ladder, good shot on Electronic, but it's World Edit that finds the next kill. He's lost his teammate in Blade and he's smoked off. Molotov's Ivy doesn't want to let them in any further because he's got to rotate back to Old Bomb. Speaking of Bomb, near the train, Ustilo gets found by Markelov. Who's on an AWP?
He's back.
Okay, calm down. I know you casted with Anders all last week, but don't let that poison vial corrupt you.
It's too late. Talking about fidget spinners every round.
Apparently he's invented one.
Yep.
Did he tell? Yeah, what is wrong with that man? Seriously. I used to think he was a decent human being. Now I think he's gone with the wind. Nifty's playing a very dangerous game right now with Waylander still inside of the ladder. That's exactly why. And did Bomb stay above? I'm not sure. I didn't quite catch, but Nexa's got the shot. It fell down. Typically, it does fall off the train. Nexa's tagged to 30. Waylander and Markelov. High rollers in the situation with 30 seconds left. JKS is going to try and do the same thing his teammate did, this time with the knowledge that Waylander's toward the ladder. Spray! Not so much control, but it's still going to work. Markelov gets gifted a falling JKS. And 16 seconds, they have to go back to get the bomb. Nexa is going to be allowed to do so by a rotation from Markelov. He wants to get towards Z-Connector instead and try and catch him off. 8 seconds, my friend. That bomb has to be planted, and you... Oh, he's not quite close enough. Are dead. Good headshot from Markelov.
Good job. Markelov, absolutely. 3 kills in total, 2 of which are the AWP. That's a big round for them to pick up. 2-0 now. Slow-paced gameplay once again from Renegades. Got out quick at the start, but then once the frag came in, they slowed it right down. The bomb down actually helps them out dramatically there. They didn't get that bomb down. They actually like Tech 9s across the board. Bomb down, they get a few AKs now. I think it'll be 2 players in Galils or Tech 9s will work out what they want to go with. Scout for Nifty, okay. Interesting. Galil for JKS. No nades at all, really. 1 smoke for him. Number 3, 2-0 for FlipSid here. It's a CT-sided map, so it's quite standard to pick up 2 rounds on the CT half, but it's looking on for a 3-0 as Electronic finds the first frag.
Electronic, good control again at ladder. He's been quite successful in that position on multiple occasions. Nifty, meanwhile, gets into the site, but can't land on top of the train fast enough to find Markelov. Flashback through. Watch for Electronic as he crosses over. That could have been dangerous, going by the box named after him. Just like Dust is named after Desmarais, that box is named after Electronic. JKS gets Markelov, but it's all for naught. This looks like FlipSid's going to sweep the CT side, and Renegades could fall apart. This game was all theirs to win and
absolutely
arguably lose, and they've done that.
Yeah, it looks that way for sure. 3-0 for FlipSid. That's great by them. What a comeback. 11-4 down, lose the pistol. Renegades. The other team is tilted out of control right now. Sure, it's overtime, everything's reset. We just lost 3-0. Their T side has been very poor. Not dynamic enough. Lacking aggression, and the executions haven't looked particularly good. Double orb set up to save them. This is when they look their best on the CT side. They did lose 4 rounds in a row in the early stages, but that's all they lost. But this time they couldn't afford to lose 0. 1 round will do it for the FlipSid team. Do they just throw something fast in? We're not used to seeing that from them. JKS towards the upper ramp inside, and Electronic might be there for him as well. First kill's giving me absolutely everything. JKS challenging for it. Doesn't get it. What if it takes him down? Do they just fully commit? I would say no. What it's I say, well, Blade, I should say, one of those leaders, like he wants to let them react to it, let them overthink the situation, pull them apart somewhat. We have got you still, I assume, going towards T-spawn. He could find Mark Log. Misses the shot though, that's a shame. And he does a little bit of damage as well. That was his chance. FlipSid.
Waylander through the smoke's not going to find Nexa at that range. Take a lottery winning shot. If you run the lottery, what would you do, Hank? Don't tell me, because the round's about to unfold. Asa inside of the smoke's going to let them pass by. Turns around and realizes it, takes down Electronic, but that's exactly when the smoke dissolves and World Edit is in position to put him in his place. You still owe it Nexa. That's all that remains, and it's just Nexa. That's got to kill to start it off. Just Nexa in the sight as well. Until now, Yusilo's made his presence known. Flash over to allow him to come in quickly, but won't be able to find it on entry, on arrival. Time to hold them back. Kits for Yusilo, who's got the shot on 2. He's got Markelov down as well. World Edit's going to try and jump into the flames. He's got the shot, and he's backed away. 45 HP. He's around the corner. Nexa's got the kit picked up, but he's got to hold it, and World Edit with great movement. Oh, do I take that back?
You do.
I do. I think I do. I think I did see a putty cat because he's got the defuse, and Renegades take number 16. Impressive. World Edit nearly made that work.
He would have got an ace. Clutch at that point if he did it. He got the first 3 kills as well, 2v1. Thought that was enough, not quite. He actually baited the CT off the bomb as well. He just didn't face it till he wins the round, but very impressive stuff for him. He's certainly getting warmed up into this tournament now. Yusilo somehow keeps the dream alive of Nexa there. Somehow, milliseconds to spare, but they did it. 4 kills from World Edit. That's a little bit disappointing for him. What a heroic way to finish it off would have been. Waylander once again. Thought it was over, thought it was done. Not quite. Still 1 round to go, my friends. Round number 5 there, like I said. First to 19 at the top, that'll be your victor here in this best of 1 format. 18-18, we do it all over again. Renegades just about survived that first round.
Well, see if they can do a reverse sweep of the overtime number 1 and force us into a second one, Hank.
Definitely possible.
Definitely possible.
Well, it's all come to a head for now. Yusilo pushes in towards A main at the start, but Waylander, he's bravely gone for the lower round smoke. JKS, great AWPing performance and regulation. Can he do it again? Hits the first shot. Needs more than that, so still by himself. Yusilo chimes in as well, but Waylander gets one back. And it's looking like a Renegades round. We could have double overtime on the cards, but Waylander going to town with that AK-47 brings it back to a 2-on-2.
Bomb planted by Electronic. Waylander in great position as they walk in. They have to go by his crosshair. And both of them are actually going to push the lane. Waylander can go all the way to CT. Let them go through. Pops out Nexa down. It's Yusilo. And he'll have no idea where the second player, Electronic, is.
That's an open plan as well.
Yep. It's perfect. Smoke off. The
Doesn't
only
really
hope.
help.
Yeah, it's trying to bait them out.
Yeah.
They know he's not on it. As he gets on it, they know where the lineup is. Down he goes. Flip side. Pulled back. And what was that, 11-4?
Indeed it was.
Something along